Okay, that should be good. I can get nice and close. So this is about where I want to be. So we accept it. I accept your terms and conditions. I accept them like this. Beep. Like this. Beep like this. Do I beep like this? I think so. Okay. Maybe down a little bit more. I've never held this in a phone before. I haven't done, so I don't know where I want to be on the camera. So thanks for bearing with me. And I've got so much to talk about though, because I'm setting up to do a video I'm really excited about. I gotta talk about Jordan, but I can't do that right now because, first of all, some technical difficulties, and that's what I want to talk about. Just I don't know, to demonstrate the fear that I have with it's like things aren't going perfectly, and that's okay, and you have to try anyway. So this is trying anyway. So we'll see how it goes. So on the subject of trying anyway, if it looks like I'm in the Banjo-Kazooie world, it's because I am. That's Banjo's house. More on that in a different video, though. I came here to film that video, and I'm doing this one first. So just don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. But what's going on is I've got like my base stations, and it's been a kind of a long-standing issue. I think my computer monitors over there are in the direction of Banjo's house right now, are messing up and interfering with how accurate the tracking is. Because it's like, is that a computer monitor? Hang on. Do we bounce lights off of that? Like, it's just not great. And so that's like, if I wanted a more perfect setup and environment, that's one of the first things I could really do is drape something over it. And the calibration for my system right now is off a little bit, so it thinks the tracker is in the air above me, not here. And then mostly it's my feet, though. My feet, see, look, it just did that thing because they're not all the way in sync. And so that's really frustrating to me. And usually I get really caught up on that. And I was like, wait a minute, no, nope, it's frustrating. Can't do it. Gotta be done because I'm like glitching a little bit more and I want nothing but the best. Nothing but the best. But lately, I'm a little bit more on the I just want it train, which is where we are presently. And then there's other network issues because we have a fantastic router and splendid, like just about top of the line as it can get. So there should be no network issues, and it's certainly not the computer. It's just the wireless happening right now. And there's some steps I could take to try and future proof or make sure all the devices in the house are set up the right way so that the traffic just because I'm precious and I want my headset traffic 'cause I'm filming, it's just there's things that could be done because the setup's not optimal. The setup will never be optimal. Like nothing will ever be you can always optimize other things more, like just So doing it anyway has been wildly beneficial and it's been a lot of fun and it's something new I'm trying out. And the worst part of it though is I need to make a video and I don't know if all the glitches I feel, and there's not a tremendous amount of glitches, just more than I want when I'm filming a video, and I have every like deep within my heart to stop the recording, go back and watch this, make sure, like, hey, the stutters, is that okay? Is it going to be good? I'll go back and I'll try again. There'll be another stutter. Is that okay? Is that one going to be good? And it's like, I see what you're saying. It takes a long time to do that, and it's admirable, but I've been trying this stuff out for, it's been, how long has it been? I've been really focusing on filming in VR for a handful of months, trying to get better at it and learn more and what's my flow. And lately I've been working on trying to speed run getting into the gear. I've got 6 trackers. And the base stations, I got little electric pluggies that connect to the internet. So on my phone, I say, turn on VR, and then the things turn on. And just that little extra boost, I don't have to like crawl anywhere to like plug anything in. It just, there you go. Game changer. Game changer. And you'd think, mm, mm, this is your, if this is your first video, I don't care. I'm keeping this in. This happens a lot, and that's a technical difficulty. Hang on, I gotta fix this, and then we'll talk about it. It illustrates my point brilliantly because I put my hands down now. Hands. Okay. So what's happening is on the Quest Pro, I am using the program Virtual Desktop. So it's all just wireless, and it's a fantastic program. We're very pleased, very, and it smiles, the face, like we're doing well. but it's not perfect, and it helps me emulate the index controller, so that's how I get fingies. So it's wonderful. It's great. But it's inaccurate with how your gestures affect the world. You can grip things pretty consistently, grippy grip. But as far as like clicking buttons, it's just not the most accurate thing. And sometimes it clicks buttons that you don't want to click, especially when you're like waving your hands around and being a little gesticulating boy. I have experience being a gesticulating boy. So then you have to like put the controllers down, and then you have to summon your hands, but then sometimes it'll click on like the slider for the camera. It does it many times. And then I'm like, oh my God. So I have to go back, pick up the controller, and then wait for virtual desktop to be like, oh, hang on, he's using the controller now, not his hand. And then I have to fix the thing and then put it down and then wait for virtual desktop to like bring my hands back to me. It's like a process, right? And that's one of the things that I've learned throughout my career but it's one of the few things I've learned in becoming more adept, just in focusing more on filming and making whatever this is, right? Is that there's going to be issues and hiccups. Like right now, I just got some stutter, and we're just going to send it. We're going to go for it because this is the imperfect process of filming virtually. And I'm sure there's foibles of filming in person too. But, there you go. And I want to document me because I just, I like showing up and doing this. Like, it's just a lot of fun. But there's the technical process of it too that I don't think I need to be as ashamed of as I have been in the past. If it's not perfect, that's okay. Here's what an imperfect representation of a furry talking about personal truths looks like. That can never be a perfect thing. I'm not looking at the camera even because I don't know where the view is. I'm looking at me, but my eyes are off. That's not a perfect thing. It cannot be a perfect thing. So what am I over here doing? Like, it's got to be a perfect thing. Okay, you go ahead and just tell me the ingredients of a perfect thing, and I'll still mess it up. It's not like I don't want, the 100% success factor, whatever. Like you want that. You want 100% success. You want it to go super well, right? Of course you do. But C's get degrees. Oh, that was a heck of a stutter. Are you kidding me? I gotta say that again. C's get degrees. The only reason I passed half of college is because half of my were C's. Like I got, that's like I got credit for it. What do you know? And I did not get credit for most of it. I was not a good college child at all. I was going to parties, which I recommend. I did learn a lot, just not what you're supposed to learn. But if I can trim down into 80% success rate, or apparently it's 70-30, or maybe it's 80-20. If a video game, and I hear it in video games, but apparently it works for a lot of systems, but if a video game is so challenging that the player cannot win, they're going to quit. They're going to not play your video game because it's too hard, you can't win. But if it's too easy, they're going to quit because there's no point in playing the game. And apparently the perfect line is if the player can win 30% of the time. So it's really hard, but you only need a little bit of success for something to be worth doing again and to get people's attention and keep them engaged. I think that's what it was. Or you need to reward them 30% of the time, or if a fight takes 10 hours, then you have to do 3 hours of something. Like, there's a principle like that. Apparently in game design, like, it's a thing, but it works in a lot of other pieces of life also, I think, but it's one I try to apply within myself. So if I can just pull off a 50% success rate, ideally like up towards 80, but what I'm saying is just if most of a video is better than not most of the video, that's a good video. That's such a low bar. Like, that is a laughably low bar. So maybe not 50, but if I can shoot for like 80% good video, heck yeah, man. In the bank, on to the next video. That's what you gotta do. 80%, I'll take that any day of the week. Are you kidding me? That's a good percent. 100%? Get out of here. And everyone knows it's the last like 10% of work that takes all the 90% of the. There's some quote about that, and it's really dumb. But the principle's the same because getting those last gains, like, there's absolutely diminishing returns. So my goal is just not to ever finish anything. So first of all, I can't fail if I've never finished anything. You miss every shot that you don't take. Similarly, if you never take any shots, you never miss. They don't tell you that one. They don't tell you that one. I really think that that's the one they should tell you. So then it's okay to be scared because you'll never fail. No, that's that's not true. Don't listen to that one. Don't listen to that one at all. What I'm saying though is if it's not a perfect situation, that's okay. It's not going to be. And if you're striving for perfect all the time, then you're going to be spending a lot of time on either one video or on one endeavor or one aspect of the endeavor. And it's going to be really hard to get to perfect. It might not be as hard to get to good enough. When writing stories, that was something that I had to learn. With programming, that was something I had to learn. A block of code will never be 100% optimized. And then if you over optimize it, so I've gone back to refactor code that when I was first learning, and so I rewrite the system, and I'll turn like a 40 line, like a 40 line, stop, like a 40 line function into like a 10 line function when I know more about what I'm doing. And then that can like reduce more and more down to like 1 or 2 lines. It's nuts. And it's really cool seeing that actual growth when you get better at something. But if you go too optimized, then you have to unpack like to remember what this highly dense function is doing. And so that self-documentation behind, yeah, it's a little bit longer, but it's also much more easily readable. You know, there's lines to, can you over-optimize something? And if the video's too short, how much of the video did you lose? And is the juice of the video, the meat, is it in the succinct delivery and getting something short and snappy out? Or is it in, because if you edit out the heart to get to the content, then you lost the content because the heart's the content. Get out of here. And what I'm trying to say, I guess, is if you're so worried about the parts of it, like I want an 80% good video. And then you don't even apologize for the missing 20% because maybe no one is like, never say, oh yeah, I got a haircut, but they missed a spot in the back. And then people will look at the spot and be like, oh yeah, they missed a spot. Probably no one on the planet is thinking about your hair. No one cares. And people who do care may not have noticed the spot. When you call attention to it, you're saying, hey, look at the spot. So if I get an 80% good video and don't say anything, maybe other people won't notice the 20%. That's bad. Maybe to them it wouldn't even be bad. Maybe they'd be like, look at that 20%. I love the little glitches. I love that his leg tracking is so like stuttery. Are we stuttery right now? Which leg is one of these is messing up? And maybe if that's like the 20% I'm ashamed of, like, no, I'm a virtual kitty cat. Don't look at me being glitched. I want this seamless, I want to fool, like, it's fine. This is a technical thing. Technical things have glitches. Like, it's fine. I want it to be fine. And I'm working on allowing it to be fine because it's fine. 80% good video and 80% good setup. And it's good enough to use, like, let's hit it, let's get going, because I ain't got time to hit your 100% game. I don't even know how to do that. And I'm new enough at filming, like, I don't know what a best situation would be. I haven't done it yet. So 80% good, I'm happy with 80% good. I don't know if this was 80% good, but I'm feeling pretty happy about it. I think this was a good, 4/5 good video. There you go. Anyway, I'm gonna go now to a different world, or a different part of the same world, which, fun fact, some worlds have different lighting, and the shaders on this model don't play nice with all of the lighting, so in some worlds, I'll look like exceptionally dark, and there's nothing I can do about it. So anywhere I go, any angle, I could be facing the sun, and it's not visually pleasing to me. It is well below the 80%. It's like bad. So there's so many worlds I can't go to until I kind of hack together this model to work better in those worlds, which is possible. It just takes a little bit of time, and right now that's not where I put my value. What I'm saying, though, is I came here to film a video about Jordan, messed up by filming something else on accident, oops, but I found out that the Banjo-Kazooie world I'm in works with my model. So I think I'm going to be the new Banjo-Kazooie furry VTuber, filming vertical videos, talking about, like, nothing. Like, I got it. I got it. I'm the guy. That's me. All right. So I'm gonna go now do the video that I meant to do. So, uh, bye.